Hello again everybody and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a new piece of software, or I say new, it's been around for a little while but it's not really gained too much awareness or traction at the moment, and it's the Positive Control Network, or POSCON. We're going to go ahead and sign in. I've recently created a new account and I've gone through their onboarding training process as well, and I've gone through their ongoing and I've gone through their initial onboarding training program as well. It's a 20-minute CBT module, a video basically you've got to watch. It takes about 20 minutes or so, introducing the network to you as a new joiner. So first things first, this is the dashboard on their website, and after you've completed their training program, their 20-minute video, the tutorial, you get 50 quality points added to your account. And within this, you can file your flight plans, you can view the live map as well, and look at different events and things as well. Inside the upcoming ATC schedules, you can basically see where people have pre-booked ATC slots all around the POSCON global network, reaching through the month actually, so that's quite cool. And you can also do weekly dailies and event streams. So looking at the event stream section of the POSCON website, this is actually within the forums now. You can see, where are we, the 27th of January. So there's quite a few events online today covering Iceland, Dubai, Dallas, Fort Worth, New York departure, New York Center, that sort of thing. There's an event at Manchester Tower tomorrow between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m, which is quite cool. And again, some other later events as well, Brasilia, Milano, Radar 2. So there's actually a fair bit going on the network itself. And going into February, we can see London Control online from 9 p.m. to 11, so on and so forth. Heading back to the dashboard, you can use their web UI, and this is basically like Hoppies. It's a CPDLC program, and you can monitor this on your second screen, and you can get your ATC, your flight information and things. You can get pinged by the controllers. So if you are in an area where it's effectively like a Unicom, then the controllers can get in touch with you via this system here. Or you can monitor using COM2, the on-guard frequency of 121.5. You don't transmit on it, but the controller can raise you on there if should they come online and you are found to be flying within their airspace. They will just contact you via voice ATC on the guard frequency, and then you just tune to whatever frequency that they're on. But yeah, really cool little system there. It's a neat website, it has to be said. It's quite a neat website. It's very easy to navigate through as well, and there's an ATC section for you to flick across as well. At the very top right, you can see it says download the POSCON launcher, and I'm going to take you through how to install it and get it all up and running in this video. So I hope you are enjoying it. Please do hit like and subscribe down below if you've not done so already, and share your thoughts in the comments below. It is basically VATSIM and IVAO, it's that sort of thing. So it's pretty much a competitor to the VATSIM network and the IVAO network. But of course, VATSIM, as an example, has been around for a very long time. POSCON is a very new network. So, hey, it's worth a try, isn't it? And we might actually prefer it. Who knows? So first things first, log in, complete your 20-minute video, and then download the POSCON launcher. Once it's downloaded, you want to trigger the launcher like shown here. And this is the first time I'm installing this, so I'm going to go through it blind without having tried it before. POSCON end user license agreement, you want to click to read through it, and if you agree, click agree. And we want to go through and set our voice settings now. So push to talk bindings, the game controller. There we go, T-Flight HOTAS X. Lovely, that's what we want. Microphone settings. And the speaker settings as well. And I've left it on default. It's already on default by the looks of it anyway, which is pretty cool. VHF 1 and 2, and the squelch threshold, which is something that's in aircraft. It reduces a lot of unwanted background noise, and that's sort of static that you get from radio systems, radio frequencies. So that's quite nice to see that that's there. So you can turn loopback test on, you can talk back to make sure that actually all your audio volumes are correct and you can hear yourself clearly. And then we can close that. There we go. This is the launcher client. It's a very neat system. You can see the library here, the radar clients, the MSFS pilot client is what we want to download. "26 megabytes" it says there, at the very top right of this little box. So it shouldn't take very long at all. Installation complete. Done. Let's launch the pilot client. Let's see what it looks like. So very similar. Let's move them both across to share the screen. Very similar in a way to the way the vPilot looks, but a little bit more modern, I guess. There's your Mode C button. There's your ident button as well. We can see Connect and the Settings tab. That's very much similar to VATSIM. And from what I've read, it actually shares the same systems, model matching systems, VMRs, that VATSIM uses as well. So it actually uses the same model matching files, rule sets, VMR files that we're familiar with from VATSIM. So we can go ahead and locate those. And we can add them in like so. Move up, move down, and we can hit apply. We can automatically squawk mode Charlie on takeoff, why not? And show incoming text messages in the simulator, why not? Hit apply, job done. The flight plans button takes you back to this tab on their website. And I'd like to see it maybe integrated into the launcher at some point so it can be done on the program rather than just on the website. But we can import the flight plan as a FPL file. So you can download it via SimBrief onto your computer. You can then upload it into this system here. POSCON is basically generated to try and be as realistic as possible, and it requires real-world call signs like British Airways, Speedbird is Bravo Alpha Whiskey, American Airlines Alpha Alpha Lima, so on and so forth. They are slowly adding some virtual airlines, and I'm actually waiting a contact request back from them to see if content creators like myself and communities powering the channels, like all of you guys watching wherever you are in the world, like to connect and join us on flights sometimes using our community call sign of Osprey, Bravo Victor X-Ray, and our channel call signs and liveries. So I'm actually waiting for contact to see if they would allow that on the POSCON network. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they would. Okay, so here is an example flight plan that I've done from Heathrow to Manchester using SimBrief. I haven't checked it for accuracy or anything like that. I've just generated it for the purpose of this today, and we want to get it into this flight plans list area here. Hit pre-file flight, and at the bottom you've got all the different networks: VATSIM, IVAO, Pilot Edge, which I've never used, and POSCON, which is what we're talking about today. A new tab at the bottom. We hit pre-file, it will then load everything in for us. There we go. And check if this call sign is registration. So if our flight was a general aviation flight or private jet and we were using the tail number as the registration number as our call sign, like Golf Oscar Sierra Papa Romeo, for example, then the aircraft identification would also go in here as well. And it's pulled everything in from SimBrief into this professional format. Fuel endurance, the whole lot. Pilot in command, you can change that, and you can add remarks if you wish to as well. So usually I type in here live streaming British AvGeek YouTube, for example, or whatever else you want to put in. Remarks, what I always recommend if you're new to the network, first POSCON flights. That's a good way to start. So the controllers can see straight away that this is your first flight on their network. And then you hit submit. And that's your flight plan filed. Okay, so you join me at London Heathrow Airport now. We're in the sim, we've installed the client, and we've filed our flight plan using SimBrief and the POSCON website too. And there's the pilot client as well, all fired up for us, ready for use. So let's hit connect. And immediately we're given this screen here, recent aircraft slash, but ADS-B call sign. That's going to be the same one that we filed for today. So it's going to be Speedbird 165, Bravo Alpha Whiskey 165. If you're not sure, what I do like is you can hover over the writing there and it will tell you, enter your aircraft tail number, air sign, call sign, or appropriate ADS-B call sign. And it says, if you file and activate a flight plan, that call sign will always take priority and the field is required. Aircraft type code, Airbus A320neo, A20N. And we can click it there. An airline code, Bravo Alpha Whiskey, British Airways, as you can see there. And there's lots of other options too. TUI, lots of options. EasyJet there as well. But for the purposes of this, we are British Airways. And we hit connect. Connection state connected. So, we have now submitted our flight plan on the POSCON network. This plan is pending activation, it says there. Here's what was sent to ATC. So it tells you what was sent to air traffic controllers, including the reg number, the pilot in command name, your routing, and everything else as well. To activate your flight plan, you want to follow these steps here. Whether you've got ATC, it's step 1. If not, 2 to 6, like so. It also, interestingly, gives you some departure frequencies and departure weathers as well. The METARs, the TAFs, for both the departure and the destination airfields, which is really nice to see as well. It's a really clean look, actually, it has to be said. And if you want to cancel your flight plan, you could just hit the big red button there, cancel flight plan. So we now want to navigate to this section here, Web UI. And we've connected to the network, so now we've got some options. Look, we want to go to ATC, log on status, EGTT, flight number, Bravo Alpha Whiskey 165, send. Connecting. And there we go, ATC connections established, active center Echo Golf Tango Tango, and we can then go to flight information, company, we've got ATIS, weather requests, we can do that all inside of here as well. And we can say in new messages and automated messages come through to say that we've confirmed contact CPDLC, which is really cool. There's our radio box and the network as well. We can disconnect or we can go to ghost mode, which is basically observer mode. And now we can go ATC, clearance request, request clearance. And then we hit send. After a few seconds, we receive a new message with a squawk code. So that's what that little clicky noise was. There we go. Squawk 0472. So there we go. We will set that squawk code in our aircraft before we go flying. And everything else works like VATSIM basically. There's no text on this, it's voice only. So for those of you who love immersion and it to be as real as it gets, as the saying goes, POSCON could actually be the answer for us. There's no text speak or anything like that. Even their Unicom has to be done via voice. There's no other way. So really neat. All the clearances and everything can be done via that CPDLC client that we just saw on their web browser. Though it would be nice to see that maybe added into their pilot client at some point in the near future. But there we go. POSCON for Microsoft Flight Simulator and of course other simulators as well. I hope you've enjoyed it. All the links will be in the description down below. If you do want to get it all set up, of course. It works with AIG and MSFS model matching as we're used to with VATSIM in the same way as well as we've seen by linking the VMRs to the pilot client a little earlier on too. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Keep an eye out for a couple of upcoming POSCON live streams as well. Hopefully we can get a few of you guys to join alongside as well. And be sure to hit the big shiny red subscribe button down below and give today's video a like if you've enjoyed it as well. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you in the near future. Take care.